Hey y'all, I'm Rio. Welcome back to another episode of Coloring Passports. Today we are getting into the bull shark tutorial. Now, I think that I want to eventually make this a sticker. So I feel like I want to draw some sort of a shape in the background first and then have the shark coming out of that shape and make that shape a fun color, because the shark is going to be, he's kind of in deep water. My reference photo, he's in deeper water, so he's going to be blues and silvers and, you know, all those colors. But I want him to be fun and and I want it to be a fun sticker. So let's get into it. Okay, so off camera, I took a little mechanical pencil and drew a little rectangle. I'm going to come in and erase some of these lines because I like that it looks like it's breaking the plane with his dorsal fin and his face. So I'm going to use my ruler to straighten this up just a touch because it's not quite even. Sorry, I'm moving the paper around here. Here we go. Gonna come in and just erase the lines that we don't need. Gonna go right over the top of this one here with the straight edge. Whoops, I moved it. Not okay. Here we go. There we go. I'm going to fill that in with some sort of pattern anyway, so. Okay, I like that much better. I like encapsulating, that way I don't have to color the entirety of the shark page. I just have this small area here to work with, and I like that a lot better. All right, so now I'm going to look at my colors here and try to make a determination as to what exactly I want to do with the background color. I feel like I want to just go ahead and go super dark blue. The ultramarine blue in the watercolor set. I think this color right here. Or the peacock blue. I do love that peacock blue. I also love the dark turquoise. That's, you know, I mean, obviously, look at the nails, look at the ring. I love the turquoise colors. This is a little bit deeper water though, so it's gonna be darker. So let's find an ultramarine. That's the China blue. And that is Copenhagen blue. That is violet blue. Wow, where is my ultramarine? That's my Indothrone blue. This is more of a blue jean color. Okay, I want this to be cool though. Ooh. Maybe I'll color it super, super dark and then go over it with an interference blue paint. Violet. That's dioxazine purple. What is this? ultramarine. Here we go. That's the color I think that I want. I think I want the ultramarine. I'm going to sharpen this real quick. And let's get into coloring it. First of all, you know what I think I want to do? I think I want to outline my lines here. We're committed. Ugh, that one's not straight. Ugh, I should have used that. I know. I should have used. It's okay. It's okay. Now let's go in and do these. Got my zebra pen here. Yep. Oh, I'm digging that. I like that a lot. Okay, so there we have it. I have made my lines. They are now permanent. We are attached to this pattern. I have stencils. I don't know where they are. I know where 3 of them are, but I'm not sure that this pattern. Ooh, that is kind of pretty though. I actually think I'm going to do it this way. Is it all the same? This feels. Okay, change of plans. So we're gonna go lighter, a lighter color, and then we're gonna get crazy with the dark. Or do I wanna go dark, then light? What do I wanna do? Oh my goodness, these kinds of decisions probably should have been made off camera. I'm well aware. Blue, cerulean blue. Let's choose. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with the cerulean blue and I'm just going to start filling this in. Very, very softly filling this in. Now, it doesn't matter if you have cerulean blue, you can use any blue color that you want. I'm just going to come in here, I'm going to fill the whole thing in with one layer of the cerulean blue. Then we're going to assess what it looks like. Sometimes it's just safer to stay monochromatic. Now this would have been really cool had we used some golds or oranges. However, and see how I use my fingernail to keep me from going outside the lines? On the very bottom here. Let's just very quickly get this laid in. I'm okay if some of this gets in the shark because the shark's gonna be some of these colors anyway. Okay, there we go. There's that. Now, I'm going to take the ultramarine and I'm going to use my stencil. If you don't have a stencil, you don't have to use one. Don't worry about it. I just want different, I want something different in the background than the norm. I'm going to go ahead and outline the stencil and then fill it in, because that way if I leave the stencil down it's easier to color in the lines because I have the border of the stencil to keep me in the lines. So this is going to take a second. Maybe we can fast forward through this and get to the finished product. Oh, I like that color. I love that color. And normally we do light layers, but I'm just going for this. You know what? I may come back over it and do pink in the background, like a neon pink, because neon pink in the background on this blue would be really, really pretty. You gotta make sure you either tape down your stencil if you're gonna use one. This is gonna be fun. to sharpen again. Because I'm pushing really hard. Lots of teeny tiny little areas here to deal with. And I keep breaking the tip because I'm pushing too hard because I just want to get this done. Once the background's done, then we will make quick work of the shark, and this will be just a fun pop art little experiment here. And again, y'all don't have to color it like this. You can color it however you want to color it. I just crave the color. I want more color in all of it. And not all of the illustrations in the shark book will lend itself to being able to do this. Some of the illustrations have really detailed backgrounds, and we're just going to go with it like that. But this one, I felt like I could take some creative liberties here with it. Ooh, make sure you stay lined up. Oh, goodness, I should have taped this down, but I didn't. Got in a hurry. Got in a hurry. Oh, I like it so much. Oh my goodness, this pencil is really breaky, and I'm not pushing very hard at all right now. It's very disappointing because these pencils are not cheap, and I know y'all know that. Ooh, look how much fun that is. Oh my goodness, look how much fun that is. Yeah, I feel like that one wasn't quite as smooth as it could have been there. Ugh. It's not gonna line up 100%. I'm okay with that. I use these books to practice making patterns for stickers. And other products. And it gives me an opportunity to be able to illustrate every species on the planet. That's the goal. I'm not sure I'll live long enough to make that happen, but you know, it's okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, almost finished with the pattern here. Wow. I've never had a pencil break like this. I am so excited about this. Oh yeah. I love the idea of the stencils in the background. I love it. It makes making decisions about your background so much easier. Okay, so then I am curious. I know that if I put this pink down right now, it's just gonna go purple. So I wonder. Yep. It's gonna go purple. Because I should have not colored it light blue in the background. What if we just pick another wild color? This is gonna work. I like this color. That'll be fine. Yeah, I like that. So this is light greens, like a sea foam green, you know. It'll be good. Just gonna continue to fill this in. And maybe I'll come through with the pen and do a little outline with the white pen, because that'll be fun. Oh, this is taken. Oh, see, that's okay. That's okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to try really hard to not touch that ultramarine blue, because it is very willing to just slide on into the green here that I'm trying to put down. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to outline these in white. Every time I think I'm trying to simplify the background, I'm really just making it more complicated. But I think it'll be cool. And I love to use these illustrations as an opportunity to experience and experiment something new. New colors, play with new things. Gonna come over here and try to cover that up. Okay, I'm gonna turn the recording off. I'm gonna bring it back when this is finished, because this is kind of boring. Okay, it's a little rough, and we're gonna fix that later, so I'm okay with it. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this shark. It's been a hot minute since I've done a shark. Feeling like I'm gonna grab some putty beige, and I'm gonna come in here and down a little bit of color. And I do not want to color super dark. I'm going to go over this with the darker blues. It's going to have a little bit of highlight here. Got some highlights here. I just need a little bit of a base color to start working with. That's all. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and color over the entirety of the shark with this, and I'm actually going to pull some of that color from the background right on down into it. I'm going to put the putty right there. Now I'm going to grab, that's jade green. I don't want jade green. I want slate blue. I want a slate colored blue. Here's slate gray. And I know that right now it's kind of all blendy in, and that's okay, because I'm going to outline this shark with white and make it pop off from the background color anyway, so that's going to be okay. Now, the further back down the shark goes, the less defined this is going to be. And that'll give the illusion of depth to the painting. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to add a little bit of shadow right in here, and I'm just going to start adding the layers a little at a time to develop what I want it, how I want it to develop. And you got to keep in mind that the shark isn't necessarily this color out of the water, but the water adds the atmosphere over the skin. So just like when you see a mountain or a tree in the very distance, it kind of has a blue tinge to it, a blue hue over the top of it. That's the atmosphere between you and the tree. Same thing with the sharks. I also feel like, color is this? China blue. No, China blue is not a color we're going to use in here. We're going to use I don't think denim blue is the color either. Nope, not denim blue. Let's find the cerulean blue. Cerulean blue. Yep, that's more so the color. Gonna go back over it with the gray, the slate gray. He's got a little bit of a shadow right here. And he's got shadow here. With a little bit of the cerulean here. Gonna grab a super light gray. This is 10% cool gray. I'm just gonna go in and kind of blend that out. Then we're gonna come in a little bit with some darker colors, but right now it's blending in and the color in the background is coming in front of the shark, and that's okay. We're gonna fix that in just a little bit. So we're just gonna have to kind of work with it. This is jade green. I'm gonna use that later. That's a good color, but we're gonna use it later. This is a good color, we're gonna keep it out. This is 10% French gray. This one feels a little more yellow to me. So we're gonna come up here and we're gonna just see. Maybe it needs to be lighter. Right now it looks dark, but it's going to read like white. If I do this properly, it's going to read like white. And that's kind of what we want. We want it to read like white. Like it's got a highlight on it. I don't know if it's going to work or not. We're going to give it a go though. What color is this? This is peacock blue. I'm pretty sure that is not the color that we want. What if okay, it's not that green. I'm looking for the right green to go over this. Well, it might be that green right here. Muted turquoise. Okay, so the muted turquoise is a great color. Let's come in and add some of this muted turquoise everywhere as a baseline color. Oh yeah, this is a great color here. Go right over the top of that with this higher value 10% French gray. Kind kind of get that blue color that we're going for, because the water is in front of that pectoral fin, so the water's going to reflect on that. I'm going to put a little cerulean right there. I'm going to go over it with the muted turquoise. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's a nice little color there. I'm cool with that. Okay, so muted turquoise right here, because I imagine that if the light's coming from here, his pectoral fin is going to cast a shadow on the side of his body. That's going to happen. I'm going to come up here and add some of this blue. I'm going to add true blue. Ooh, that's a fun color. Right over the top of that. Maybe it's a sky blue, non-photo blue. Oh yeah, that's kind of a nice color. Really kind of feel like I just want to abandon the colored pencils and go straight to the paint. Okay, so I thought I was recording and I wasn't. Sorry. I'm going straight into the watercolor paint. We're doing a little bit of layering with the watercolor paint. I'm using the metallic blue, and I'm adding some shadows here, some reflection shadows here. And I'm gonna add some of it up here where I've laid in that watercolor pencil, or the colored pencil, sorry. I'm kind of flustered now because I wasn't recording. A little bit more of the lake blue right over the top of what we've already kind of painted in with the colored pencils and the watercolor. So it still is not looking great. Still not looking great as a whole, but we're gonna get it fixed. You'll see. Just curious as to what it's gonna look like that. So, gonna grab and come in and start making everything darker here. His mouth is gonna be really shadowed. His nostril there is going to be shadowed. He's going to have several of these little kind of dotties. These are sensors, so he can feel you in the water. Going to add a little bit of shadow here. Going to add a little bit of shadow here and here and here and here. A little bit of shadow right here. gonna start making some lines that maybe look like, you know, watermarks here. Definitely shadowed this. This is definitely a shadow. This is definitely a shadow. Some of this Payne's gray to the back. Payne's gray reads black, but it's not black. It's a really dark gray, and it's kind of a blue gray, which makes it really a great color to use with the sharks. Okay, so we've got that going on for us. We're gonna let that dry a minute and come back. Okay, I'm gonna come in here with this Caribbean Sea color, which is, it's kind of funny because that is not the color of the Caribbean Sea, but that's the name of the pencil. And I'm gonna kind of just start coming over all of these little areas of the shark. And then I'm gonna go pick up some gouache because my Arteza gouache is just all dried out and gross. And I'm gonna go pick up some gouache, and I'm going to come in and use the gouache over the top of all of this to get this shark done in short order. Looking for quick turnaround results here. And the gouache is an opaque watercolor, and it will deliver those quick turnaround results. See, we've got some watercolor on that already, and it's a little rough and tumbly. And see how where I've kept it lighter, I'm going over the entire area, but I'm still keeping the values that I've placed in there, the lighter values. I'm still keeping those intact. And I'll come over this with some gouache, and I'll do the excuse me, I'll do the fish in some metallic-y color so that they pop, and then I'll outline the shark. Because look, right now the shark, oh wow, that's not gonna be okay. I may need to buy a couple of new Poscas too. Y'all, my Posca nib is pink. Ew, no. Okay, I went to the store and I got some Artist Love gouache. So we're gonna test this out. I've never used this gouache brand before, but Artist Love is pretty decent, so shouldn't have any trouble with it. That's the ultramarine blue. Gonna get, oh dear, the white, an emerald green, and the primary cyan. We also need a little bit of the ivory black it's calling for. And probably a tiny bit of the, there's some brown in here. This is a burnt umber. And I'm seeing some burnt umber in this shark, so we're gonna pop that down too. Burnt umber, a little bit of this emerald green. Okay. I could have got the jelly gouache, but I'm just not mentally prepared for jelly gouache debauchery. Okay. Oh yeah. Loving it. Add a little of the white to the umber. That umber is a little more on the red side than what I would like. I'm going to add a little bit of the ivory black to it. The ivory black is a blue black, and so that should kind of help a bit. Notice I'm just kind of scribbling that color right on top there. I just need the coverage. Just going for coverage. The white is very transparent. Gonna add a little bit of that to the, ooh, wow. This stuff is really, really strong. Oh my goodness. Wow. This paintbrush is not the greatest detail paintbrush, but it'll do in a pinch. It'll do in a pinch. So the green, the emerald green and the umber should pair pretty well together because they're gonna red and green are complementary colors, so it's gonna set it down a little bit, make it a little less in your face crazy color. It's a little bit browny. It's more the color of the shark itself. Gonna add a little water, kind of water it down a bit. I don't want to water it down too much, but I do want it to be a little more fluid. Add some highlights here. There we go. Add some little watermarks to him. It's coming together. It's coming together. I really like the background. I really do like the background a lot. Add some more shadow right here, a little more shadow on this part of his face. Well, that's kind of nice, working right into what's already been laid down there. That's not a bad look. I like that. I'm going to go over it with this first, and then we're going to let it dry, and then we're going to come back in with the white. And I think it's going to look okay. Okay, I'm going to leave the shark alone for a minute. I'm going to put some color into the fish in the background. Going to just put down a streak here of color. The remora here. I'm going to grab some fun color. I don't know. I don't think that works either. Okay, I'm going to clean my brush. Clean my brush off. And let's grab some markers and start defining some of this stuff a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to take the Posca pen. I just got a brand new Posca. I've got it The ink is flowing and ready to go. Okay, let's get this shark outlined. I like the outlines on these pages. I think it makes them kind of cool. So I would really like to have a different color of an outline. So I might outline it in blue after I do this. It'd actually be kind of cool to outline it in pink, but you know, we're sticking with the blue theme, it's okay. Just take your time. These Posca pens are pretty useful. There's several other brands now that have acrylic paint pens, so if you don't have a Posca, any paint pen will do, but it needs to not be a marker, it needs to be an actual paint pen, because the markers won't show up, or they'll bleed through too, and we don't want you bleeding through to the other side. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add some little like he's got the water shining on it. Sometimes the paint pens are just the way to go. Sometimes they just make the whole process easier than any other thing that we try to use on these fish. And I like the acrylic pen because it sits right on top of the gouache. It doesn't lift it up. I can just very easily come in and make some marks on it. Use my finger to kind of reduce how intense some of that color is. So highlight there, we're gonna put a highlight there, we're gonna add some down here. I just want to touch it so it just kind of dulls it out. I don't want it to be so incredibly vibrant that that's all you see. I don't want that. Then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to color right over this because I don't want to look at this. This is an accidental blemish here. So we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. We'll go all the way around it again. And then maybe we'll pick up a blue, because I'm sure that I have a blue Posca pen somewhere. I'm digging for blue. I have a light blue color. See, I got the blue there, and I'm going to come back in right up against it with the white. And I'll probably go back over it again. Oh, looky there. Maybe I'll even add some of this blue into the shark. Oh, the shark's starting to really kind of look good now. I like it. I'm liking it. The shark's looking good. The shark's looking a lot better than it was. Every painting kind of goes through a phase. And that's an official word. Yeah. So At least that's my experience. Maybe you're lucky and you're so good at this that it doesn't go through that phase, but every one of my paintings goes through that phase where I'm thinking to myself, what was I doing? I don't even know why. How did I do this? I don't remember. How can you forget? And then all of a sudden, it just works out. Now, I will say that this blue is not the color of blue I want. I really wanted the darker ultramarine blue, but I don't think I have that color. And I looked at it while I was at the store just now, and I just didn't pick it up. I thought, no, I think I have one of those. Moral of the story, buy the pen. You know the saying, eat the cake? Don't eat the cake, buy the art supplies. Well, I definitely like the white showing through a lot better. It's got a little drag to it. But the cool thing about brand new Poscas is, man, when you engage that nib and push down on the nib, that paint flows like melted butter. I might decide to scan this. I'll clean it up in Procreate. And it'll look great. Okay, I'm gonna grab the zebra pen. And clean up these lines just a touch. I like the pop arty feel to all of this. I really do, actually. I really do. Okay. I'm gonna grab some non-photo blue and come in here and add that right here. Then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna grab some of the gouache that's left over and just come up here and lay it right over that area. Because that's really the only area left that doesn't have any paint on it. So we're just going to go ahead and make it a little more cohesive and add some to that. A little shadow there, a little shadow there. Dark eye there, dark eye there. Gotta clean off my brush. I'm gonna come in and grab just a tiny little dab of the white. Give it a little love right there. I kind of feel like I gotta finish outlining this zebra pen. I love using it to go back over. You gotta make sure everything's really dry before you do it because you don't want to ruin your nib. And take your time with the outline part so that you can really vary your line weight. And it's a little harder for me because I can't turn the page for the sake of keeping the filming consistent. I'm gonna fill that in just a touch. This is the one with kind of the brush nib. I find it gives me a little more control over how thick the line weight is, just based on the amount of pressure that I put on the part that I'm drawing. So I kind of like it better than the microns that are, you know, just straight up the little tiny tip, because you don't get much variation in those. You just don't. I'm gonna go ahead and go around this guy very carefully. 'Cause man, I don't want these lines to be super dark or super thick. He's not the main character in this page, he's supporting cast. And so he needs to sit behind the shark. Even though it's very pop arty, he still has his place in the composition. And it's below and under the shark. He's not on the same plane. Well, that's kind of cool. What do y'all think? Part of me thinks I should outline all of these. That's a lot, though. Let me look at it real quick here. I think I'm going to sign it. Okay. There we go. Oh, that kind of helps. Let's do a thicker line here. Yep, that kind of helps anchor it a bit. Oh, I just drug my sleeve through the paint. Oh. Ah! Wow. Well, it's gouache, it'll come out. It's not permanent, so it's okay. Yeah, let's be done. All right, so I have this, but that I can cover up with the white in just a minute, so I'm not too worried about that. And, you know, it is what it is. I'm happy with the results. I have paint on my sleeve. I'll get that out in a little bit, but I think it's kind of cool. I think I like it. I think it looks like a sticker, and that's what I wanted. So we're gonna leave it at that. I want to thank you for joining me in the studio for another episode of Coloring Passports Out of the Shark. The bull shark is finished. And until next time, I'll see you on the next page.